For question 7, we're going to be learning about functions and streams. So remember, for streams, we can do a chain calling. So in part A, if we want to return a list of only odd integers using a single Java statement, we want to be able to call multiple stream methods in one single line. And so let's think about how we want to do this. We first want to filter through the elements in our stream to make sure that we only get the odd integers, right? And so how do we do this? Well, filter is going to take in a function, right? A predicate function. Let me just write that a little better. That will return true or false. And so this filter, let's say that takes in some x. So now we're going to check whether x mod 2 is equal to 1. So if this is true, if the element satisfies this, then you want to keep it. Otherwise, we're not going to keep it. And so you want to make sure that this check is for odd. Okay, and so after we filtered it out, we want to now return a list, which means that we need to collect these elements into a list by using collectors.toList. Okay, and that is it for part A. Let me just make sure that I didn't miss anything. Yeah. Okay, and then for part B, we want to implement a map function, which is a class of type function that takes a map and a default value of type v. Now here's the key part. Apply is an abstract method inside the function interface. And the function interface is I think it's the R, not V. Has generic types T and R. What T is the type of the input, okay, to the function that you want to apply. And R is the return type of the function that you are going to apply. And so what is apply going to return? It's going to return the value associated with the key in the map if the key is in the map. Otherwise, it returns the value if not found, which is right here. Okay, so what is this map function going to implement? It's going to implement the function interface, which again has type T and R. What is T in this case? Well, we're going to be passing in a key to our function, right? And that function, once we apply it using the apply method, is going to return the value associated with the key. So if we denote the type of value as v and the type of key as k, this is going to be a kv generic type, right? Our input is a key, type k. Our return type is a value, type v. So map function has to implement kv generic types. And this is a v, not a u. Okay, and so apply is again going to take in a key. It's going to return a v type, which is the value associated with the key. So only if the key is actually in the map, we're going to return that value. So if map is right here. So if map.contains key, then we're going to return map.get key. Okay. Right, so yeah, just want to make sure. So that is basically how you do this question. And remember that contains key is the method that you want to call to make sure that a certain key is inside your map. You can't just call contains in this case. And then get is going to return to you the value associated with that key.